All right, there we go. There we go. Let me check if everything is working once again, and then we can dive into yet another stream after tomorrow's FOMC. And I got some rest in. So let me refresh some stuff here. Oh yeah, I will also do a quick post that we are live once again here. So some more people can be joining in. Use lane market data, crypto volatility. Watch now. Alrighty, there we go. In about 15 minutes, we have some important data dropping again. First of all, welcome to the first people joining in here, dropping in. Just did a post on X, so I will be waiting for some more people to be joining in. All right. Don't see a lot of people joining in here, but nevertheless, we are going to discuss some stuff. Since we have some labor market data dropping in 12 minutes, so I'm looking forward to see what the data will be looking like once again here. Initial jobless claims, continuing jobless claims. PPI data of today got cancelled, unfortunately, so we are only looking into some labor market data for today. But yeah, it is still going to be interesting, and let's see how it is going to come out. Looking into the data, we've some previous points of 191k, consensus here at 221k, forecast 205k. So a number above 205k is going to be interesting, but we can be making a lot of expectations here already, but in the end, the next FOMC is going to be in January here, 26. So basically the end of the first month of 2026. So it will, from of this point, take over 1.5 months before we have another FOMC. So this data is not going to be that important in retrospect, but on the other hand, I just like it to be up to date of all of the data. And nevertheless, if nobody would have been watching, I would have still been here watching the data, because I truly like monitoring the data, and we just try to make an expectation of what's going to be next year. But maybe we should do a little bit of an throwback into what happened yesterday, because we saw the Fed cutting rates and also announcing their T-bill program. If you do want more info about that, I would highly suggest you watching this update video of today. Let's refresh this page. Watching this update video of today, because I think there everything is clearly explained. Basically, make sure to check that one out. For more info about the T-bill program. Going back into what happened yesterday with the FOMC speech itself. Today's FOMC changed a lot. The Fed announced a 25 BPS cut as expected, but then the real announcement happened. The Fed said that it will start buying T-bills from off the 12th of December. For now, it will be 40 billion a month, but there's something even more interesting. Powell said that the T-bill buying could remain elevated for a few more months, so we have that coming in. Then we also have Powell, which is stating that he thinks the US economic will continue to grow over 2026, which could be putting the ISM higher, which could be good for the US business cycle here. So that's also a very interesting point of what he stated yesterday. But something I'm definitely not that positive about is that he also said that overall this meeting, or let me check, he also stated that he's worrying about the inflation, but most of the governors do, most of the participants of the Fed do. Most importantly, let me check where it was. Oh yeah, Powell hinted that the interest rates are now in a neutral zone, which means that there won't be more cuts anytime soon. So he is quite hawkish in that aspect, and we might not be expecting a lot of rate cuts in 2026. I don't necessarily, I'm not necessarily super bearish on this, because we saw basically the same for 2025, and in the end Powell continued with a lot of rate cuts, but inevitably it is not. It is a little bit of an hawkish tone he took in during the speech yesterday, and I think that's also a big reason why Bitcoin dumped yesterday. Because if we look into the Bitcoin charts, once again here, we have it here in the triangle, now basically on the triangle support here. Once again, we rejected from the yearly open here. Also on the day before FOMC and the day after FOMC, rejected from off the yearly open. So shows that indeed Bitcoin is facing heavy resistance there, and that we can't be breaking it is still quite a big signal of weakness, I would say. And the 5-minute chart, Bitcoin is consolidating here for the last few hours. So let's see if the data could be chasing. But I personally think that since Powell has been talking so much about inflation, maybe the inflation data from off this point will be the most important, and the labor market will be less important, because I think you can clearly see in the used labor market that the downtrend is there. The used labor market is cooling. So clearly inflation is then the more important thing, because as long as the used labor market keeps cooling, the Fed is willing to cut rates, but not if inflation will be rising with it. So that's what I currently think of that situation. The T-bill buying is of course super interesting. We can be expecting an uptick in the balance sheet here in the near future, because in the end the Fed will be buying assets. The Fed is going to print money to buy assets. That is what they will be doing, but they're going to buy short-term treasuries, so short-term assets, and that doesn't really help with pushing up investors higher up until the yield curve. So it won't be making much of a difference for crypto, I personally think. But it is most definitely interesting. It is most definitely interesting. Boom, boom. Just did a quick change there. Let me open the chat. If you have something about that FOMC meeting or the upcoming labor market data, make sure to let me know. I must say it's insane that there was not a lot of interest in crypto at the current moment, but I personally think that these are going to be the moments where it gets interesting. What I do find quite weird is that this Powell speech got so much more views than, for example, this Powell speech yesterday. But well, this was the FOMC, and this was actually just a Powell speech where he wasn't even talking about the economic outlook. But I don't know. Interest does feel very low for crypto at the current moment. But let's see. I also do these live streams just so it's out there, and I upload all of the live streams to the channel, so you can be watching it back. If you miss the data, you can quickly join the stream and you can be seeing how the data did come out. I think that is really valuable of the channel at the current moment. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to do so now. Not a lot of news today, actually. A very silent day, I would say. Dollar index falls to a 7-week low. Interesting. Also a clear injection for ETH at the yearly open. Let's check the dollar index. Indeed coming down. I would say this has lots to do with the T-bill program the Fed announced. It is more than logical once the Fed will be printing more money again, more money into circulation. It will always lead to the dollar dropping here, and eventually more inflation, which is also devaluing the dollar. So interesting to see this drop. 7-week low, daily. Let's hope we can see the continuation of it. Maybe we can overlay it with the Bitcoin chart. Yeah, we can make much of it. Here. The content provided deserves more audience. Have followed you recently on X, and your content is much appreciated and respected. Thanks for the work you do. It's my pleasure, man, and I love that you're here watching now. I love all of the audience, and yeah, hopefully I can add some value. I just think it's super important that we stay ahead of the economic data in the upcoming year, total of 2026, and yeah, I also love live streaming a lot, so why not? And thank you so much for that. Mm-mm-mm. And yeah, for the rest, the market is a little bit boring today. I must be completely honest. We've not seen a lot of price action today. You can also see that on the 5-minute chart. We're just consolidating after that Fed pump and then dump once again. We are still on uptrend. But yeah, unfortunately, we're not looking that good, I must honestly say. In 2 minutes, we have the data coming out here. Wish you all the best with growth as a content creator, and best luck on your predictions to help you get what you deserve. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother. I'm going to switch over to X because in exactly 1 minute we have the data dropping. Exactly 1 minute. Few seconds left. Should be dropping now. It should be dropping now. Initial jobless claims higher than expected, much higher than expected. Interesting. 236K. Let me do a quick post on X here. Higher than expected, so is Bitcoin doing something here? Where is the chart? Oh. Not a lot of action. But it is bullish data. Labor market keeps on weakening. Okay. Just did a quick post here. Boom. Boom. Okay, there we go. Bitcoin. It seems to be in good balance between soft landing and a continued need for rates. For cuts, no recession, liquidity continues to be added. All seems good. Yeah, it seems like we could be getting a soft landing indeed. Let me switch over to Ethereum also. Ethereum is actually dropping a little bit here. Bitcoin. Uh, 5 minutes. Oh, Bitcoin also coming down. Weird. We saw pretty good data. Nah, it's getting reversed here. What's the last price for Bitcoin? 89.9. Following your video from this morning, do you think the Fed can come one day and say no more cap on reserve spending and we go unlimited? As in the 40 billion a month cap, they have now to set it unlimited, and that leads up to a super cycle. It won't be possible for the Fed to go unlimited since there's always a cap. It doesn't matter, this is a treasury bill program, but also with QE, there's always a certain cap, and the Fed must be doing so because you need to understand, doing a process like this, also which the Fed is doing now, they are basically creating new money out of thin air. So if you're going to do that too crazily, like we saw with COVID, you're going to see insane inflation. You are going to stimulate the economy. You are going to create insane asset bubbles, which is going to be good for us as investors because we want our assets to go up. And the more cheap liquidity there is, the more money the Fed creates, the better it is. But yeah, they can't go unlimited with something like that because that will lead to like the biggest crash ever at some moment, because inflation will be so high at a certain point it will be undoable, and the Fed needs to cut hike rates again because inflation gets so high. So it's impossible to go unlimited with the reserve spending. The best thing you could be hoping for with assets is like a crazy event. It's like a crazy event, for example, what we saw with COVID, or you see war, or something else, a black swan. Then you could see like a big correction for the markets. Then we can be buying the dip, and then we might be seeing some stimulus programs from the Fed, like through QE, what we saw during COVID, what we saw during 2008 financial crisis, what we saw in 2010, 2012. That's what you're hoping for as an asset owner, not for the economy itself. And that is the best the Fed will do. And then you're looking into, I think, the next QE 6, 7, 800 billion dollars or something like that. But yeah, it's impossible to go unlimited since you will devalue the dollar. You will just keep devaluating the dollar, and inflation will go sky high. Here we also have the chart of the true QE moments for the stock market, because a lot of people are actually comparing this bill program with QE, but it is super different. This is not true QE. The Fed is buying short-term treasuries, so With that, you're not pushing up investors higher up into the yield curve. You can be doing so with buying long-term treasuries, and that's also exactly what QE is. But they are not doing so now. The Fed is not doing that here, so it's not through QE. But there's still money printing, and that's why I made a video about it this morning. And that is why we did discuss all of the possible scenarios for Bitcoin here with this T-bill program getting started, because we do have some similar price action playing out into this T-bill stuff, and also same topping scenario. I find it quite interesting. I don't necessarily think something similar will be playing out, but it's interesting to discuss. Fed balance sheet will be ticking up here in the near future. Once again, dumping after the FOMC. Yearly open, yeah, it's still the same here. Bitcoin's coming up here above 90k again. Yeah, it's just super boring at the current moment, to be honest. Just need to break that yearly open. That's it. By the way, guys, I just also uploaded a trading tutorial for the people that are interested, how you can trade crypto with leverage. I explained everything on Lbank, so make sure to check out that video if you're getting interested in that. So you can be looking for yourself how you can be possibly trading on Lbank, and much more. Also, I showed you here in this video the bonus you can currently be claiming on Lbank, because that is quite a nice one. Let me quickly find this on X. Oh, lol. I made a mistake here. Oh, I linked the wrong video. I'm such an... very stupid. This is weird. Why is it? Oh, it's just not showing correctly or something. Okay, that was very weird. Very weird. Yeah, I want to show this one, but I don't have the banner here. But now in Lbank you can claim. I want to show the banner. Give me a moment. Here it is. Because in Lbank you can now claim this 1k generous refund on your first trading position. And also, if you are going to complete more tasks, you can be claiming up to $500 as an extra bonus. So make sure to check this out if you do want to start trading yourself. And I would highly suggest that you're going to watch this one in combination with the trading tutorial, so you're not going to miss out on some stuff, because I know that there are still a lot of people that are struggling with trading and don't exactly know what settings they should be using. So make sure to check out that video if you do want to know everything about trading on Lbank, and which settings you should be using, which settings you don't want to be using, and much more. Make sure to check that out. Okay. And guys, I think the market is super boring. I don't have much more to tell, unfortunately. I will try to keep on live streaming as much as possible, but yeah, when the market is so boring and I don't have more stuff to tell, it is quite hard for me and for you guys also. So I will be ending this one for today. Like today, we saw the US labor market data coming in higher than expected, so that is interesting. And we are just going to monitor all of it over the next few weeks once again. Let me check what we have ahead of us for this week still. Tomorrow we have basically nothing, I think. Some Fed speeches, but not much more than that. On Monday we have nothing. Tuesday ADP employment. Oh, Tuesday we also have the unemployment rate and the non-farm payroll. So Tuesday will be a very important day. It feels like. Wednesday. So be there Tuesday. We'll be live streaming then. Wednesday. Not much. Some Fed speeches, but not much more than that. Thursday inflation rates, CPI. Thursday CPI. Friday Fed balance sheet. Michigan inflation. Yeah. All right. So that will be it for. We definitely have 2 to 3 big days next week with CPI and the unemployment rate. So we have both labor market data and some inflation data. All right. So yeah, then I will see you guys there also in tomorrow's update video once again, of course. Take it easy. Thanks regardless. Thank you so much, brother. If you are getting interested, make sure to check out that offer on Lbank, that 1K, the 1K loss refund. I closed the tab again, 1K loss refund, and also $500 up into bonuses. If you want to start trading, make sure to check out the tutorial. Check out this offer, and then you can start trading on Lbank today if you're getting interested in that. And yeah, for now we'll be ending the live stream. Yeah, you can always be watching it back, but we do know by now usually market data higher than expected, and let's see how it will be developing from off this point. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching again. I wish all of you guys an amazing, it depends, morning, afternoon, evening, depends your time zone. I will see you guys later.